Just the Tips.
All right, everybody, Adam and Mike here, Just the Tips podcast, episode 86. 86,
Yep.
All right. Well, like I said, we're here at our home course, Wiltwick Country Club in Kingston, New York. Just got finished up with Member Guest Weekend, and after that debauchery, it's good. We're talking about the 10 Commandments again.
Commandments, yep. We're back at it, and we're on commandment number 3.
Already. So number 1 was, thou shalt be courteous to your
playing partners.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 2 is don't steal. Don't steal.
Thou shalt not steal.
What's number 3?
Thou shalt leave thy course better than they found it.
So a podcast that's coming to you directly from the course. So instead of talking about things theoretically, we'll just show you in real time as we're playing our round today.
Yep.
So before we get too deep though, shout out to our sponsors, especially our, buy your shirt from golfleague.com. And Mike's been putting the link in the descriptions. So go in. By the way, you didn't tell me.
I was waiting.
I looked today. Mike, you put together a new drop, the Stars and Smoke.
Yeah, Stars and Smoke
that thing's
out
tight.
right now. Yeah, it should be in my mailbox right now. I was going to surprise you on vacation, dude.
There you go.
Yep, and then we got a couple more products coming out.
Yep.
So check those out, guys. And then, Finn scooters, baby. We're going to be rocking Finn scooters soon.
Hey, Finn, we're coming down to Caledonia, True Blue. We're going to the Steve Dresser Golf School. We're going to be rocking Finn scooters all week. Our question is can we just ride them back and forth from the beach house to the course?
I think that's a good idea.
I think it is, right?
You just get like one of those like license plates to just stickers with your name on it.
from the beach store that says Adam and yours says Mike. Yep. You have Myrtle
Just the
Beach on the back of it. Exactly.
All right, listen. So what we're gonna do is take you step by step on the course of what we expect or what
is expected of you as a courteous golfer. And it's our responsibility collectively to keep up on the course. The grounds crews do a great job. How many people do you think it takes to maintain the 100+ acres here at Wiltwick, the grass and the grounds?
I mean, how many would Jason want?
Oh, how many would he want is a million. How many does he have?
I think it's him and probably 5 guys.
It's 3.
3?
There's 3 guys that maintain 100 acres, greens, roughs, everything, changing the garbage, filling the water. So again, it's our responsibility to help these guys out. We're not here. Yeah,
we're not trying to make it harder for them.
No.
You know what I mean? Like their job is hard enough. They're off the course.
Yeah.
They're done before we're showing up. You know what I mean? So let's make their job easier. Yep. In one podcast, and I'll put it in the notes below, or I'll put it in the edit. I jokingly said, buy your superintendent a case of beer and go ask him. And we just happened to run upon him at the gym. We'll call it
the gym. An establishment with proximity to the gym.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Gym adjacent. He was gym adjacent. And we straight up asked him, and he said,
"Yep,
replace your divots."
So we've been saying for a long time, because there's sand in the carts and you see these burnt out divots, he said those dormant divots will come back. He prefers if you put them back, but ask your superintendent. It's a great way to make friends.
Guys, I kind of jokingly said it, but I'm telling you right now, go ask them. If you see them, definitely say thank you to them and show them how much you appreciate all their hard work that they put in. And then just ask them, be like, hey, what do you want us to do with the tees on the tee boxes, right? Should we throw them in the garbage? Should we put them in our pocket? Do we toss them off to the side? Go ask what your specific superintendent prefers.
So we're here on the tee box, number 4 at Wiltwick. And before I started hanging out with you, I thought that you just left your tees on the tee box and the mower got them.
No, you don't want to mess up the mower, dude.
But they're just little wooden or plastic tees.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mower just go and chop them up? And it doesn't matter?
You're talking about 1,000 tees and getting chopped up. Like, you don't even want to take that chance. You ever run like a somewhat decent?
I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
And
how's your dad think you? Your dad thinks you think you own a bulldozer. It's not a bulldozer, dude. It's not a tractor.
Yep.
It's a lawnmower, and it's an expensive lawnmower, especially with the reels, right? Because they go this way.
It's like razor blades.
Yeah, and they do get like chips out of the blades, and you got to resharpen those blades all the time. So
if
pick up your tees.
Pick up your tee, put them in the garbage, unless you got one of those little things, or stick it in your pocket.
Yeah, we don't have one on this tee box, but if they have a little box next to the tee, put them in there, put them in your pocket, put them in the garbage. Don't toss them, don't leave them.
So we're on a par 4, and right behind us, you can see where a tee box was, and it's pretty dinged up. Why is that?
Well, this hole, some people don't need to hit driver. Mm-hmm. You and I both hit driver because we just want to get it out there, right? Some people hit 3-wood, some people hit 4-iron off of here.
Yeah.
So they do ding this one up a little bit. Normally on a par 5 where everyone's hitting driver, you might see 1 or 2 from some bad hits, but it wouldn't be like that.
So in your cart, right, here at Wiltwick, they have sand. And like I said, if you hit an iron off tee box, you sand it up. If you drop kick your driver and you scuff it up, you sand it up. If you blow a divot, like we're looking at some divot action over here now, take those divots, put them back where they came from. So, you know, there's only a couple of things to do on the tee box. One is pick up your tees when you broke them, and number 2 is fix your damage to the hole. If everybody did that, the tees would look impeccable.
There's one more.
What's that?
And this one goes on every single one, and we'll say it every single time.
Yep.
Pick up any garbage. All right.
Any garbage.
Any garbage.
Somebody missed the garbage can with their coffee cup. You pick it up, right?
Pick it up. Throw it
like
in
I said, so, you know, something blew out of the cart and there's a scorecard that's blowing down the tee box. Pick it up and throw it out. Like I said, that's all our responsibility collectively. So
yeah.
All right. You ready to knock these out there?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so we had some technical difficulties with the audio in the video, in this part of the video, where we were out in the fairway talking about what to do in the fairway to help leave the course better. So the number one thing, obviously, is replacing the divots. Now, we talked about this on the tee box. We talked directly to our superintendent about replacing the divots with our grass that's on our course. Now, all joking aside, guys, go ask, all right? It's very simple. Go talk to them. Definitely say thank you and that you appreciate all their hard work that they do. But see what they prefer. See what maybe they find is some of the stuff that annoys them, and maybe you'll get some insight. Go grab the divot after you hit an iron or whatever beaver pelt you take out of the fairway. Go grab it, put it back. Now, that being said, sometimes, you know, if you don't take a big long divot that's in one piece and it kind of explodes and you can't find, you know, one solid piece, go grab the sand, fill that divot up with sand, and make sure that it's level with the ground that's next to it, so it's not like still a grass divot there. Secondly, I know that we talked about entering and exiting the fairway with carts. Again, it could be based on the type of grass that's in your fairway, but let's try not to wear out the fairways and the rough. Our course does not have cart paths all the way up the holes. So once you leave the tee box, there's a cart path that kind of just goes right into the fairway or into like the rough into the hole. Here's the deal. Now this is kind of controversial, but we played, I think it was number 2 at Royal New Kent, and once you get over the carry, there's like a carry there off the tee, and as soon as you get over, you can come up onto the fairway. Now that area gets worn out because that's where everybody enters the fairway, and Mike Strand's courses are like that. There's only a few areas to drive your cart because that's where the balls funnel, or that's the main landing area, stuff like that. So what happened there was it got worn out so much that people stopped driving on it and they moved to the next area and started driving on there. 1, because it's kind of bumpy. 2, because it's worn out. But then what they do is they start wearing out the next spot, and now that's a second entrance. So people move to the next spot, and that's the third entrance. In all actuality, guys, again, I mean, I could be wrong here, but I think it'd be a lot easier just to have one area where people enter and exit the fairways, instead of thinking that you're doing them a favor and doing a second area and then a third area. Just do one. All right. Now, when it comes to like parking on the fairway or on the rough or something like that, the main thing is you just don't want to wear out a spot, right? So there are certain areas, like I said, especially on Mike Strand's courses, where you tend to park and leave the cart or something like that. Leave the carts as far away from those common areas as you can, right? Like, especially maybe leave it on the path, or maybe leave your partner, drop your partner off, grab your club, and then move the cart, something like that. Again, that is a tough one, because all courses are different. Different courses have different grass and things like that, plus different amount of play. So that's the one thing I mainly see. Again, pick up any garbage that you see. I'm sure I'm missing something that we talked about when we were in the fairway there, but main thing is do not leave the course. Leave that area messier than when you found it. You see a tee on the ground, you see a piece of garbage, you see somebody dropped a glove or something, pick it up, throw it in the cart, something like that. Also, if you see somebody else's divot that they didn't replace or they didn't fill, go do that as well. All right, moving on to the green next.
So the good news is we can talk about the bunker without demonstrating being in the bunker.
Yeah, we weren't in the bunker, so that's always good. Yep. So rake your bunker.
Rake your bunker, but rake it the right way.
Yes.
So let me walk you through my bunker process, because I feel like
You're walking me through it?
Walking you through my bunker process.
Let's walk us through
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Take a journey with me through my bunker process. So first thing is identify the closest rake.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to look and you're like, holy cow, that rake is like way the hell over there. But also take a look and say, when I'm done with this rake, am I now going to have 3 rakes on the same side of the bunker and none on the other?
Right.
Thinking about the person that's coming back there, right? So get the rake that's most appropriate distance-wise, but also when you're done with it, is going to leave the best distribution of rakes. Don't spend a lot of time doing this, but if you can be slightly conscientious about it, I think that's okay.
Totally.
Take a couple of practice swings behind the bunker in the grass, right?
So let me interject on yours real quick. Enter the bunker on the lowest side where you can kind of walk into the bunker. That might mean that it's not the nearest way or the easiest way to get to your ball, but that way you're not like putting footprints in onto the faces and stuff like that.
So I've done it before by accident or because you're trying to hurry up or things, but you take a step off of the green side and down into it. You can first off, you could break your ankle.
You're smushing that whole face down.
Yeah, and messing the face up. And then if you ever try and rake it back up to put it back in place, it's like impossible.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. So I will say the only times I have done something like that where I'm like plugged in that face and I have to step in from the high side and like use that as like my foot placement. Yeah. But dude, then you're there for a good 10 minutes trying to fix that face. So
I like to, when I enter in the low point, I bring the rake with me. Mm-hmm. I place the rake down next to me, not so it's in the way, but so it's close. Now I got one set of footprints in, I got a rake there. I dress my ball. I hit a beautiful arcing flop shot that lands, hits twice, and comes to rest right next to the cup, right? Reach over, grab my rake, and then brush the footprints away while I back out of the same thing. If I do it right, there should really only be one width of rake marks, right? And I'm not leaving sand castles where it's all humped up. It's nice and smooth, and I'm brushing back towards me. When I get up to the top, I might rake it up there a little bit.
Yeah, we're just going smooth.
Yeah.
You want to like leave it a good lie for the next person. Yep. Now, I personally, if I'm coming in diagonally like you just did, I'm still... And this is just maybe an OCD in my Zen garden. Yeah. I'm gonna do a rake towards the flag in a straight line, and then a rake towards the flag in a straight line.
So do you try and replace I don't know what you call it when they're perfect, they're done by the course?
It's technically grain. It's grain in the sand. Like I'm trying to go that way, so I'm not going this way. Yep. I'm not raking like this because that's a diagonal grain to the flag now. Yeah. So I will literally rake those lines straight to the flag, but that's me being OCD, but I think it's a good practice. All right, now we're on the green. Okay, what do we do on the green, dude?
You're rarely there.
Bang off your cleats, your spikes,
your club.
Either right over the edge of the bunker or right outside the bunker. Yeah. Okay, just get the sand off. Don't track that onto the green because now we're talking about greens. All okay, right. Listen, I just hit a good shot in here.
Yep.
Okay. Fix your ball marks, okay? Fix 2 ball marks.
So I would
Fix
say this.
every ball mark you've seen.
If you don't fix 2 ball marks, you will not make a birdie
You're not
putt.
making that putt.
Right?
You're not
so
making that putt.
if you don't, you got to fix 2. And I can't make that putt to save my life. I'm going to stop putting right now.
Go
Just
fix
get
your
them
ball
back.
mark.
So
I'm going to say this.
you talk ball marks, and I got another
Fix
pet peeve.
every ball mark that you see in your area that's not, going completely out of your way over there.
Yeah.
But you're like, if my putt is here.
Yep.
And my ball hit here. I'm fixing this ball mark, right? And now, I see one here. I'm gonna get this one.
And even if they're flat, but you can bring the grass in a little tighter. These are all good
every
things.
time. If you can fix 2 to 3 ball marks every green.
Yep. And we all did it. We'd have unbelievable greens, regardless of where you're playing. Here's one I got, dude. I know it's cool that a lot of people wear spikeless cleats these days, but there's still a great number of us who are still rocking, cleated shoes. Dude, guys, pick your feet up. Good God. I'm even looking here, and there's a tournament out here. That's why we're shooting the podcast, so it's a little slow going, so we're taking advantage of it. But again, you got spike marks all over the place.
Especially around this area right here, this little 3-foot circle.
Look at these are new spikes. I never do this, right? I just pull it back a little bit. Look at that. Look at how it picks that up.
Dude, that's so much grain.
Yeah. Yep. And
Don't
everybody's going to end up within 5 everybody's going to end up within a 5-foot circle here sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's putt's being affected by this stuff,
So if you guys
Pick up
watch the
your feet.
pros, right? Like if you watch the pros and Rory's coming over and let's just say he putted from here. He putted from here and he left that putt. Leave that there.
Yep.
And he left that putt, right? He's coming around. He taps that in. Then he's coming over here and grabbing this so that he's not in that line. But then he's tapping that down right there. If you see that,
Sam.
they're tapping that down because guess what? That's Scotty Scheffler's through line. If he leaves that 2 feet long, he's on that stuff right there. You know what I mean? So it's all about being courteous to thy playing partners, but taking care of the course and doing all these things. And I actually said this last episode is that these all kind of link together to be a good human golfer.
Yep, exactly.
That's all. So what else on the green?
The flag stick. All right. So
First of all, pull the flag.
2 things about the flag. Yeah, listen, it's not COVID anymore. Pull the flag stick. Rest it down gently out of the way. Don't slam it down.
I wouldn't mind you putting it right there. That would be perfect. And then I could just
bang it off the flag stick. There you go. But here's the one that gets me. Is 2 things. Number one is you guys who I don't know. Maybe your wives are upset because you pee on the toilet seat because obviously you can't hit this 4-inch cup with this, and you jam in the side of the cup and you break the cup. And now we're lucky. We play at a course that regularly changes their cups, but not all of them do. So you go to a good municipal course and all of a sudden it's all busted up on the side, and you're like, come on.
Don't do that. 2. Rest this down gently, like you said. Don't slam it down. I personally don't even like leaving it on the green. I like, especially a pin like this where you're close to the green, go put it over there. Another one, and this can be A and B. When guys stand here with it and then they lean on it and drive it into the ground.
I never thought about that, but I'm watching you leave a ball mark with the flag stick.
Don't even do it. And I'm just kind of faking this and leaning on this. And don't do that and don't drag this on the ground. You said that in one where you're just like, okay, then I'm just going to scoot this across and bring it up. Like, don't do those things, guys. Just take care of greens. And here's the deal. Accidents do happen, right? Like where, hey, listen, I scuffed my foot, because I thought I made that. I was going to give a fist pump. Come back and tap that thing down. And if you made it bad, like fix it. You know what I mean? Like come around and fix it with a ball mark. Don't leave that there. Okay?
Don't worry, Mike. I got that flag back in for us.
No, you don't. And put the flag all the way in. Okay? Check out Royal New Kent, number 7. I even went back and double checked, but it was my own.
Yeah?
Like I put it in and it didn't feel right. And I went back and checked it.
Yep.
So
you keep hitting that. It's 2 inches far lower in the ground now than it was when we started.
Well, I'm trying to make the putt.
There you go. So what's the average green cost, by the way? If I wanted to build a green in my backyard, one this size.
This size.
Yeah. What am I in for?
I would say a nice, good mid-size SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, you wouldn't.
35 to 50,000. Like you're not going to be sitting there scratching up your SUV out in your driveway.
Yeah.
Right, with your cleats, you're just like dragging your putter across the side of your, your Chevy Blazer or whatever it is,
Listen, I'm done with this putt.
Yeah, dude, you're not making it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't break.
Because it's all scuffed right here.
It is too from the tournament, but. All right,
dude. So, what else, man?
Listen,
I think that take care of the course. And one more thing that we have to say is anything that you see, we didn't say it in the fairway, but you see somebody drop the tee in the middle of the fairway or a scorecard or, first tee wrapper, pick it up. Same thing on the green. Some people drop tees here. Right? They're trying to find their ball mark and then they rip a tee out of their pocket and they drop it and they don't even realize it. All right. And then they walk away. Guess what? Pick it up. Okay. All right, dude. Now we're moving on to the clubhouse next.
Let's go.
That would have been your best one.
That would have been the best putt. So, Mike, we made our way all the way back here to the clubhouse, to the driving range. And yes, there's even things you can do at the driving range to improve your course.
100%, dude. There's a lot of things, but, there's a couple specific ones. Being courteous about not hitting 1,000 golf balls on the range.
Well, I would say it depends. Like, we have a tournament behind us. These little kids are warming up, right? I'm not going to come up here and the two of us are going to hog up 2 bays for an hour-and-a-half long practice session while there's a tournament playing, right? Like I said, we can use one and go back and forth. We can take a break, go do some chipping and putting. But long story short is be courteous when you're there. If there's nobody here, who cares? But if it's a busy day, get your warm-up and get out of the way.
But here's the deal. If you are lucky enough to have a grass tee box, what do you do?
So the big one, and shout out to Kennett Custom Wedgewoods. If you need a sign at your course to illustrate this, nobody does it better than Kennett Custom Wedgewoods. But again, you should start with the ball, take a divot, and then put the ball on the back of the divot and work your way back in perfectly straight lines. So at the end of the day, there should be, if you hit 100 balls, there should be like 4 or 5 lines next to each other rather than a big missing pile of grass.
Yeah, and that just helps with like the grass growing back and helps, like, again, the superintendent to be able to fix like a small area as opposed to like this big choppy area.
I just think it grows back quicker that way than if you're missing a patch of grass this big as opposed to missing stripes of grass.
It also gives you more opportunity to have more area, maybe even just move the next like tomorrow's tees over just a little bit. So
the other thing is you get a cracked ball, a ball that's been hit by the lawnmower, a ball that's virtually split in two. Take it out of play. Take it, hopefully you only get 1 or 2 of those in a basket. But again, with 1 million balls in the driving range, you'll inevitably get them. But be a good policer. If the ball is damaged and unplayable, don't chip it back out onto the range where now they're going to pick it up, they're going to wash it, they're going to carry it, right? Now, also, don't be the guy who goes, this ball is not perfectly round, or this ball is a little... No, like I said, but we know if they're damaged beyond being any help in the air...
Just put it to the side.
Put it to the side, get rid of it, right?
Anything else, brother?
Pick up your garbage.
Pick up the garbage, dude. Everywhere you go, pick up the garbage, all right?
Exactly.
Anything else?
I think we did it, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, these 10 commandments, they're kind of self-explanatory where, you talked about it in the last 2 episodes where there's people who know that they're doing it, and then there's the uneducated people where they don't know. And we're just trying to inform the uneducated people. These are things that are a thing, right? They are a thing. And then the people who know they're doing something wrong, stop doing them, because we're trying to inform everyone out there, and if they catch you doing them, hopefully they police them and yell at you, and you don't wear your hat backwards on the course anymore.
Exactly. All right. Well, like I said, 3 commandments down, 7 to go. Keep tuning in week over week to get the full 10 commandments of golf. But thank you to our partnerships with the Mike Strantz courses all along the East Coast. Thank you to Sundog, Shaft Wrap, Shaft Life, Base Cigars,
Kennett Custom Wedgewoods.
Kennett Custom Wedgewoods. Wedge.
Sorry,
Woods. Exactly.
All right, dude.
All right. I think we did it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Adam.
I'm Mike.
Just the tips.
Just the tips.